In this video, I'm going to be guiding you through Chapter 3.5, Firms and Production. Firstly, we need to look at the demand for the factors of production. So what are they? Capital, enterprise, land, and labor. Firstly, cost will affect the demand for the factors of production, as demand for these factors of production will fall if the cost is high for labor or capital. Companies will start outsourcing their operations to overseas as costs are lower. The cost of capital changes when the interest rate changes, as capital goods are purchased using money borrowed from the bank. Or the cost of labor changes due to government intervention. This includes the national minimum wage. Next, it depends on the quantity available, such as the greater the quantity of land, the costs of land tend to fall. Or if a country has significant amounts of labor, then the demand for labor will be boosted. Our next factor is productivity. If the factor of production is more productive, it will usually command a higher price. For example, quality labor such as surgeons or chartered accountants will command a much higher price, as they have a very specific skill set that nobody else has. Another example is the quality of land, which makes it more fertile. This gives farmers a much better yield for their crops. Moving on to labor-intensive and capital-intensive production. Labor-intensive production relies predominantly on human skills, expertise, and effort. These include highly skilled workers such as specialized professionals or technicians. Some examples will be teachers, farmers, white-collar workers, etc., etc. Capital-intensive production relies on significant investment in machinery, equipment, and technology. These are automated systems and large-scale production lines. Some examples include soft drink production, car manufacturing, etc., etc. Here are some reasons why firms choose to use capital-intensive production. Firstly, is to reduce the cost of labor, because in the long run, it reduces their production expenses. It also depends on the size of the market, as large markets require high volume output through capital-intensive processes, as these machines can run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Lastly, it also depends on the firm's objective. Firms that are profit maximizing will use capital-intensive processes in the mass market. The reasons for using labor-intensive is that firms are able to highly customize their product for the customer, such as handmade shoes, handmade bags, etc., etc. Some skills that a human can ascertain, a robot or a machine could never replicate, such as watchmaking. Labor-intensive production is also very flexible, as it has the ability to meet the changing needs of the production process. Moving on to production and productivity. Production is the total output of goods and services in the production. Production is creating and manufacturing goods and providing services for the customer. They also combine the factors of production to create these outputs. Production is also the quantity of goods or services produced at any given period of time. It's a creation of value by transforming raw materials or ideas into finished products. Productivity is a measure of efficiency by calculating the amount of output per unit. This is how effectively inputs are converted into outputs. This is usually expressed as a ratio of output, such as output per worker. Higher productivity means more output is generated with less input. Let's look at the influences on production. Firstly, we have investment, as it depends on how much money the firm has expended on physical capital, as having the latest technology will help workers do their job significantly better, which leads to a higher quality and higher quantity of outputs by the firm. However, interest rates really determine the cost of capital, meaning if interest rates are high, they will be able to borrow less money to purchase physical capital, as capital is usually attained by borrowing money from the bank. Next, we move on to innovation. This is the commercialization of new ideas and products. So now we have technologies such as smartphones, tablets, and even artificial intelligence, which has completely changed the ways how firms operate. And due to innovation, we are able to work remotely from home. AI is changing the way businesses handle administrative work or create goods and services that we once upon a time dreamt of. Next, we have skills and experience, as it depends on the quantity and quality of skilled labor available in the market. Good support for education and training will increase productivity in the long run. Entrepreneurial spirit allows people to take risks in the production process, all in the pursuit of profit. It really depends on the drive, motivation, and determination of the individual. And lastly, competition is a significant influence of production, as rivalry creates the incentive for firms to be significantly more productive. As without competition, there is little incentive to be efficient or to innovate. Here we look at the effects of changes in investment on productivity. An increase in investment will increase productivity. Skilled workers are highly productive as they have the qualifications, skill, and training to manage equipment. Investing in new capital equipment will be able to produce goods faster and cheaper at higher levels of quality. And lastly, the advancements in technology, which lowers the cost of production significantly. I hope that helped. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.